feel like I should attack you, and it seems like I should do it from the side where I have a Shamari because I have more potential there, but I'm not actually sure. Like,
Tom, we don't see the board.
Things are not showing the board on Twitch.
oh shoot, my bad, y'all. I am using the wrong window. Let me close out of there and go to my OGS window.
All right, so nerds, as you can tell, we run a professional stream here.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see if this works. Okay, cool. Are we in there?
Stream has some delay, so I have to wait a moment.
Okay.
See. It seems so. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I guess I would consider R8 here, but I don't know. Maybe I should Tanuki, or maybe attacking from the side where I have a 4/4 is better. I'm not really sure. Any thoughts there?
Mine?
Yeah.
Either way is fine.
Okay, cool. I'll just do what I feel like doing.
Tanuki is the one that I like the least.
Okay. So then you approach, and you're leaving a small weakness at R12. I wouldn't attack R12 right now, I don't think. So I'm tempted to just do like the kind of boring Knight's Move response, but maybe that's too passive. I definitely don't want to do the kick, right? R15, because then when you do Q14, you're so happy. That's a 3-space extension from a 2-high wall. That sounds really nice. So I don't know. I'll just do a Knight's Move extension.
Yeah, that's playable.
Cool. Yeah, and so now, right, where usually this sort of boring Joseki would be Sente for me if we both did it, now maybe it's Gote, or maybe you just get more from it. Maybe you jump at like P14 afterward, or maybe you just Tanuki. I don't know, but it seems nicer. Oh, interesting. You did a Knight's Move. Okay.
Yeah, that's Joseki, really.
Okay, cool. Well, I feel quite strong in the top right, so I'm going to Tanuki now. I see that I have some potential on the bottom side, so that part of me makes me want to say F3, just to see if maybe I can help build with that. So yeah, let's do that.
F3 seems a fair move.
I'm sorry, you said it seems what?
A fair move.
Oh, fair. Okay, cool.
Yeah, seems good enough.
Let me do the AI move and just see what you do to me.
Okay.
So I don't really...
It's obviously good, but I don't really like this Joseki as well.
Yeah, I don't either. All right, well, maybe I shouldn't have done it. So let's see. I think the AI Joseki is to go under, right? You don't do the boring connection. You go like C2. Okay, so you decided to split. Should I just fix? I guess I just fix. I will fix.
Good.
Okay. So I'm tempted now either E2, because that helps with my F2 stone, or the cut at C4 is also looking kind of tempting, but I think I'll... If I keep my stones unified, this just feels so awful. Like, I just have these really low stones. I don't know. This feels gross.
That's Joseki.
Okay.
That's Joseki.
That's good. So let's see. I can consider a cut at C4, or I could consider the Atari at B3. B3 feels really slow. I could think of G3 as well. That way I don't get sealed in on that side. And that feels kind of big too. I'll do that. Okay, you continue. Now I kind of want a Tanuki. And I see that you're building. So for the beginners out there, right, this white wall is projecting influence upward, so toward the D10 sort of area. So I would consider C14, just because if we did the boring Joseki, then I could end up with like an extension around C10. And maybe that helps me reduce that wall. but maybe white doesn't let me do that, right? Maybe white pincers to try and work with that wall, and I'm not actually sure what to do in that case, but let's just see, right? Let's just play what we feel, and then if it's a mistake, then we'll learn from it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay,
Okay.
but it's goats me into building
Yes.
kind of more.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So this fourth line stone, right? We've talked about fourth line versus third line. Fourth line is very influential. Oh, thanks, Alex Frog. Fourth line is very influential, and will quite easily build sort of toward the center and toward this wall. So I'll have a hard time reducing that. I'm nervous about having to do that. So basically, the only thing I ever do when I'm pincered, even in a light high pincer, like a wide high pincer like this, I just jump in Sansan. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but that's all I know to do. So maybe you can teach me something else to do later.
That's good enough, but
Okay.
there are the other things that you can do.
Okay. Yes. So now this is a Joseki I think I know fairly well. Now, interestingly, OGS considers this variant unfavorable on an open board. Now, since you have strength toward the bottom, toward the left side and the bottom, then I'm sure it's fine. But like if you just do the open board Joseki variants, it doesn't recommend the split. Or maybe I have it backwards. Maybe it does recommend the split.
It depends on lots of things.
Yes. Yeah, so that's uncomfortable, what you're doing right there. So again, just providing my commentary for those watching if you're a beginner. So now white has this wall projecting strength this way, and he has this wall which projects strength this way. So they're working together quite well on the left side. White has a lot of potential on the left side. It's not points, but it's very good potential to make points. It probably will make points. There are some weaknesses. When you do this Joseki and you leave this C14 stone behind, it has some aji. There's, for example, I can threaten with B14, so then usually white will stop me underneath, and then maybe I can make some sort of invasion live with those stones there to help. I don't think it's necessarily the right time to do that right now. I am considering turning upward at F16. That feels a little bit heavy, though. It feels like I'm spending a lot of moves in that area, but maybe it gives me some potential on the top side. And if you invade the top side, maybe I can attack that and then climb toward the center to reduce your left side.
Sure.
Maybe? No.
I think that the move's not bad,
Mm.
but it is. Do you know what the term ajikeshi means?
Yeah, I know Ajikeshi. So Aji is like weakness or potential weakness. Ajikeshi is where like I basically welcome you to fix it, right? Like I play a move that lets you fix some Aji kind of that you wanted to do anyway. Is that fair?
Yeah.
That's interesting, though. I didn't consider D14 as your response. So now I feel like I want to climb toward the center, maybe with F14 or G14. But again, I still have that sort of ominous feeling that I'm spending too many stones in the same area of the board. But it seems like a big area of the board. If you jump out that way, you reduce my potential. And if I jump out that way, I reduce your potential. So it seems reasonable.
It's good to play on places where competing moyos are.
Tabuff said, "Be bold or be brave. Play K10." Over concentrated. I mean, yeah. Hey, a guy in chat. Good to see you. I don't know if I necessarily think I feel over concentrated there. I just feel like I'm spending too much time there. I don't know if it makes sense to make that distinction, but my stones don't feel heavy, I don't think. Now, what do I do with this though, right? So, without H14, I would consider K17. That feels good. That little 3-space extension from a 2-high wall. But Now as I'm looking at it, it feels too heavy. For some reason, G14 to me makes it feel heavy. As though I'm going to make like a tiny little dome of territory right there. Okay, yeah. Katago thinks G14 is your first big mistake. G14. Okay, all right. Hey, I'm happy I made it that far, although I've had help, right? Okay, so let's just do what I feel, and then we'll learn from the mistake.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with that. I feel like I want to split your stones with a Hane, or should I bump my head with an L17 and then try to cut? Or maybe I could just simply go back at J17, and white is still not settled. White will probably make some kind of jump, though, that'll feel really good. Let's see. If I do L16, you have the ladder, which is unfortunate. If I bump my head at L17 and cut, if you Hane, I can kill this with a ladder. If you jump, then I can do an empty triangle, and if you cap that, it seems like there are cutting points. I don't know. Let's do that.
Okay, that's an odd move.
Okay. Good. We're learning.
Doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's odd.
Okay. Is it, am I referring to that right as bumping my head? That's what I think I've heard that before, where you extend into another stone and you just...
Yeah, that seems a good way to put it. Usually you play J16 against this move.
Oh, you do? J16. Oh, okay.
Usually.
Cool. Good to know.
Uh,
You walked into the Hane at the head of 2. Yeah, that's a good way to say it, Alex. Yeah, when he plays L16, then he has already Hane'd the head of 2, which is nice. Yeah, fair. But I have O17 to help me, so I don't know.
I have a big doubt now. I don't know if I am going to play what I'm supposed to play, or there is something that I want to test you on, and I might do that.
Yeah, please test me on it. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Let me real quick update my little box over here. Let's see. Currently playing a teaching game with Sage Merlin 3 Don. Okay, so then we'll pull this back up. Cool. Okay, so I thought about this, and I'm guessing then that the mistake is to play L16, because that's what I want to do. It leaves 2 cutting points, but the empty triangle that is like almost entirely surrounded also seems dangerous. So maybe I should
That's not an empty triangle.
Oh.
That's a filled triangle. It's very different.
Oh, okay. So it's filled because of K16?
Yes.
So I'm considering going back and playing the move you originally suggested, which is J16, but then it makes the move order look really weird. Let's say I had done that first, and then you came out at M16, and then I played L17. That feels very strange. So I'm just going to play the filled triangle, which is a term that I had not heard before. And let's see. Okay. So there's cutting points, and I feel like cutting. So if I Atari K15, let's say that you run at J16, and I try to keep up on the bottom, and then there's a ladder, but I think I have the ladder. I do. I just cut.
Oh, he's cut. Okay. You can have that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So then you're gonna seal in my corner, I guess. So my corner feels alive, but now my top side feels heavy, and now I'm not even sure I'm alive. Okay, I think I need this. You get to do that in Sente. Oh no.
That's what I test you on.
Ah, this I don't know about this. Okay. Fun. So let's see here. Feels like
Yes, cutting the 2 white stones was a lot better instead of just attaring.
okay, I see. Um, well, I guess I feel like I need to do this.
Okay.
If I threaten this, is it okay? Someone in chat said intuition go, and yes, you are absolutely correct. I am not a good reader in this game. I play almost exclusively on intuition, which is a mistake, right? Or as a weakness, I should say.
It's dangerous. At
Yes,
least.
yes.
I'm a very lazy reader. I can read fairly well, but I'm really lazy to do it.
If we come out this way, what happens? This is obviously dangerous. This feels less dangerous? I don't know. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying much attention to chat right now. So let's see. Haitha Buddy Doctor did a great video on this Tetsuji. Oh, okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. Thanks. Oh, okay, yeah. So if I come under, then when you push out, that's unfortunate. Okay, so this ends up being basically the same. So I just have to run? Frustrating. Is there any advantage to this? I don't think so. Ugh, this just feels so gross now. I have no eyes, and I just have to run through the center of the board and try to find some, while white is completely alive.
You have half an eye.
Okay, sure. Yeah, half an eye. I feel like I should still spend moves up there trying to save that group. I don't even know what to play. I guess I get some eye shape if I go.
Well, I wanted to test him on that, and
oh, you're talking to Kyle Anuvi? Yeah. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. That's such a good lesson. Now that's a weapon that I can use now, and that's something that I'll have to go read so I don't get abused by it so much next time. So I realize with these moves as well, I'm strengthening the right side a little bit, but I feel like it gives me some shape that I need. So now I want to make like an extension on the bottom or an invasion on the left, but I still don't feel very comfortable with my top group. I like the extension on the bottom because I feel like now that you have a too high wall, you'll want to extend at L3 or L4 or something like that.
10, 9,
think urgent before big.
5.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
Okay. It's really hard to find the move here. Okay, let's just play this one.
See, that's what I didn't want you to do that. Come on. All right. So, I see that with h2 you can kill those 2 stones, but I feel like that's okay. I think if you play like f2, then maybe I play b3 and I'm satisfied with that. Is that wrong to think? Seems okay. I don't know. I feel like you're just building so much potential now on the left side and the center of the board. So what if...
There is still something urgent happening.
Okay, so I didn't fix it maybe the first time.
Yeah, it was not the top group.
10,
Oh, it was not the top.
8, 7.
Well, I'm going to have to lose a life on it. It must be the bottom left then? There's something there? If you play like b2, is there some way that I die there? Oh, maybe so. Oh, maybe that's what's urgent.
Okay.
I don't know. Did I find it?
It's a lot better to just play c4 and capture my stone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
I would defend.
Seems valuable to have one more. Of course, I guess you feel comfortable with b5 or nothing. So I don't know my life and death well enough to know if I'm alive here, but I think so. Let's see if you... Seems okay. So I guess let me ask, if I do this, what do you do? I guess you could also consider, yeah, something like that. So now for some reason, the attach at C11 is yelling at me just to create some kind of chaos, but I'm not sure. Let's just play it.
Okay.
So you come under. So now connecting under here feels somehow Sente. Maybe it's not.
Let's take the rest of the left side.
Okay, so now White has some cash over here and so much potential out here. So I need to do something about that. Maybe we just start by jumping out there? I don't know.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's test our life and death. If we go here and you go there, I think I can go here, and that's okay. If you go there, seems okay. I don't know, the wise words of BeginnerGo. Thank you, Kyle. And let me say this just as I might be dying in this corner, but in general, in my experience as a bad reader and a bad person at life and death, in general, the corner points like A2 and B1 are like magic for making eye shape in the corners. So that's usually the first places that I consider are like A2, B1, or the symmetrical corners like that.
Okay.
But I might just be about to die, so we'll see. Oh no, okay. I don't know anything about this either. So my instinct is to protect the corner. But it'll leave that my extension hanging. But then we can fight. Maybe it's okay. Crosscut. Okay, all right. So usually, again, let me give some general advice that might be wrong in this case. I'm not sure. So usually in a crosscut scenario, Atari is the wrong thing to do when you get crosscut. Very often it's like it feels right, but you can often accomplish the same thing that you meant to accomplish with an Atari just with an extension, but you're much stronger by extending. However, I see that you have S2, and S2 would just kill S3. So it makes me want to Atari at S5 just to kill that stone, but I leave some weakness behind. If I played
10,
S2,
9, 8, 7,
if you
6,
Atari and I run,
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. Okay, so in this way I get to work together a little bit with my R8 stone, but White's mission of like taking this whole area of the board is just that much better. So now I feel like I need to come out. It feels like I can get Q5 for free. Not for free, but feels fine. Fighting Spirit would be like P4. But I don't think I have.
Before would be very brave.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? That feels like a difficult fight because White gets to run, and Black is weak on both sides, so that's not good. Yeah, okay, we'll just try Q5. If only past BeginnerGo, P3 feels silly now. You said. I don't think P3 feels silly. Maybe it does, but
It does feel a bit silly.
Let's continue.
Okay.
And now I feel like I want to continue trying to maraud through the center. Okay, let's look at points though. I think I'm just behind. So I have an okay top left-ish area. I have some third line territory. That's okay. I have a few points on the bottom left. I'm going to live at least. I have a few points in the bottom right. While White has, maybe White's right side is similar to Black's right side. So yeah, definitely White feels ahead to me. I think in cash maybe Black is a little bit ahead, but White has so much more potential. I'm not sure how to reduce it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
But let's just play some more moves over here, right? I don't know, White wants to make things over here, and so maybe if we can just scatter some stones around, we'll be okay. Listen, does that somehow kill something? I don't like that move. What is that move? That's so interesting. What does it threaten? What does it threaten? So let's look. White. Oh, maybe it gives White this move. Maybe you get to play E1 and kill somehow? Maybe I should fix. That's like puppy go. That was just scared go. I'm just scared because you're a 3-don and you played a move that I don't understand, so I played a defensive move. That's all that happened there. I don't know. Okay, so you come out there. I need to worry about how I'm connected. My general connection strategy with all of these black stones is either is basically just sneezing. I just scatter some stones around and hope that the connection will work out. Yeah, let's try. Achoo! All right, just smatter some stones around. We'll see. One day a supercut should be made. A supercut.
If you say listen.
What's that?
Listen.
Yeah, I've been muted on Discord for the game. But I was saying that you need to make a sound alert of you saying "listen"
Oh, listen.
whenever someone invades in a way that you don't quite understand why.
Yeah, I have been trying to save what I call my big oofs, my like really big mistakes where I self Atari or something like that. Maybe we'll smash those together sometime. So I do worry about the life in the top right here as well. I don't think I'm alive necessarily. What do I need to help me live there? This threatens a cut a little bit, not really. If you play here and I connect and you take and I play here,
10, 9,
ugh, doesn't feel good.
7,
Does not feel good.
6, 5,
I could just
4,
directly fix here.
3, 2, 1.
We could also
3
consider
minutes left.
fixing here. So then if you go there, I go here. And that's like a box, which if I can find another eye over here, it might be okay. I go here. That's like 5. There's a key point there. I don't know. Let's try this first. White's about plus 20.
Okay.
You should look where you can profit while reducing. Good advice, good advice. So I think I can live if I play T18. If I play T17 and you throw in and then you reduce, I lose an eye. But living with T18 feels so painful. So very painful. I would rather do more interesting things, but I'm not sure what to do. I'm just going to live. A guy in chat, is there a straightforward way to make an eye in the corner that will help you read? Kilian says invade. See, yeah, I was wondering about this, right? So S9 was sort of calling my name for a while, but it has just felt small for a very long time. I wonder, can I consider fighting at S9 now? If I play S9 and you extend at S7 and I connect, can we fight that way? I don't know. Let's fight. Oh, okay. You're just gonna flatten me over here, maybe. Maybe I can go up, and then if you kill that stone, then I can get Sente?
Can you?
Oh, right. Of course, you just extend now. Okay, listen. All right. Mistakes were made. Oh, no. Yes, you ask a good question. Okay, I feel like maybe the game is over now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to try and come back. So I'm happy to resign here. Is that okay? That sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Then we can review.
Yes. Thank you for the game. That was very fun.
White wins.
No problem.
A listen emote would be good. Okay. Yeah, let's... I'll let you start the review. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Review started.
All right.
Okay. Well, first thing, Orthodox used to have a lot of theory behind it.
Yes.
Nowadays, this might be invalid. And all the variations that I know are not new, but I am going to show them to you anyway.
Okay, sure. Yeah, maybe AI, I think, prefers like that 2-space jump over here, right? Like 04 instead of P3, something like that.
Like there is, AI likes the bigger Shimari, but that's okay, really.
Okay, sure.
So, when you play over here like that, and white plays here, what we played is one of the variations, but it's usually this one that
Oh,
we
really?
considered.
You do directly attack. Wow, that's so funny that I even mentioned it, and then I said, of course I wouldn't do that. Oh, boy.
This would be old way to play it, at
Mm,
least. Have no idea how to play that nowadays.
okay.
I still play it like that. So
Okay. Sure. It's I'm not worried about playing the optimal move. I think good enough is good enough. I'm not good enough to need the AI precise.
and
Yes.
now you're free to approach somewhere else.
Mm, okay. Interesting.
It's not that different from what you played,
Mm,
but if you look, your corner looks to have bigger potential,
yes.
and white's more cramped up.
Yes. I agree. Interesting. So in this case, R12 is almost just for Aji, just a sacrifice, a threat. Hmm.
This,
Yes. Yeah.
I
Oh man,
think
look
that
at the
white
difference.
would always
Oh.
like it's also possible for white to play like this, as you thought about it,
Mm,
because if you go in now, white's still in good shape.
yeah. Right. That feels so much better for
But
white.
this is very haunted. So
Mm.
I have a problem. I fix it.
Oh, and a guy in chat does think that maybe R8 should be from the other side to begin with. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like there's all these other variations when you push from this side.
I guess that makes sense because the Shamari is kind of a wall, right? And so you're pushing white into that. Is that better? Is that why?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The idea is actually on the other side, I think.
Mm.
Like this, I think. And here, 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 sorry, here. And now either extend or connect.
Mm.
And white usually will take anyway.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the other way to play it.
Both feel much better than what I ended up with. So, okay, cool. Yes.
Yeah. Well, as said, this Joseki is better for black than D2, but I don't like it. I find it so boring. Uh, but here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and you can Tenuki, but you can also play this one.
And maybe that's good in this case because of P3. Is that?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's not that simple because white can cut underneath, and then it's very complicated.
Yeah, it looks like it. Okay.
But if you are afraid of that, this is also fine. But Tenuki should be fine as well. Oh yeah, you played from the inside, right? I think that usually I would play from the outside, but that
You would.
doesn't
Okay.
really make a difference. But here, since I have created a wall, you're inviting me to pincer somehow.
Yes.
And the other main way to play it, it's like this.
Oh yeah, I had considered that. I'm so rusty on my double approach Joseki though that I was too concerned to try it.
Something like that would
Yes.
be fine.
Okay. Or just play directly with 3-3 in the top left. Yeah. If you know modern
Yeah,
variations, maybe something to learn. Yeah.
that would be very.
I know some modern-ish variations. I mean, I know like more than what was common in like 2012, but yeah, sure.
It's very hard for white to find a really good move over here. So
It's too is because it's just too spread out. There's invasion points.
yeah, it's just too wide.
Okay.
So if I play here later, you can try to reduce something like this. So
I feel like the chat, like I see Alex Frog says AI likes the 3-3 and then likes 3-3 after the pincer too. I feel like in chat it's always just going to be AI likes the 3-3. That's just a general statement you can always say. AI loves
yeah,
3-3, man.
this is okay. Likely I should play, since I played the wider pincer, I should actually either play this one
Oh.
or this one.
Hmm.
I'm kind of lacking the move here.
Hmm.
But to play elsewhere, it's also playable.
Sure.
And here, this Tanuki here, I think it's fine.
Hmm.
But later this, when okay, I played this one. Oh yeah, here you can try to attack my group if you want to play from here.
Oh, a guy in chat thinks I have to play H2. You can Tanuki after H2. Hmm. Interesting.
Oh, you have to play H2.
Not to
Makes sense.
not trying to assert anyone's opinion over the other. It's just interesting that he said that.
Yeah, makes sense. Actually, makes sense because now you're completely alive. Even if I play here
Yes.
and take the left side, you are fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
You have ways to live both. So here, you could even Tanuki
Okay.
because if I take this one, you can take C4 and the other way around. It makes sense to play H2. And when white, okay, you play this one, I play here, you played somewhere else, and now this threatens to kill. So
Okay.
you have to go back.
And I just didn't even know. Right? You were merciful not to kill my corner, and instead you just kept reminding me, "Hey, you have something important." Okay.
And like on the top here, if you want to play something, I would play it like this, because if white just blocks and you go out, this becomes very
Oh.
difficult for white.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
White will usually play something like this, and then it kind of goes back to the game, but
Yeah.
you never wasted the move playing F16.
Yeah.
This was good. But usually you play like this.
Okay.
And then I think in this case you can play like that.
Sure. Okay. And so now
And
white
has to run, right?
Yeah, white has to worry about that group, which is good.
Because if white pushes here, you can just keep attacking white.
Okay. Interesting.
And I think that this doesn't work right now. Yeah, that doesn't really work right now because white has less liberties than black. So, because since you have F17, that doesn't work. So white would have to run away and you would be fine in the corner.
Yeah, that feels good. I like that.
And here, I think that the proper move for me is to play here. But since I wanted to test you on the thing that I did in the corner, I played this one, so I have more strength to attack it.
Right, because part of the threat of Q18 is that you can run to O18, right?
Yes.
And you need strength to do that. Okay, yeah.
But I think this would be correct. And here, cut this one.
Okay, yeah.
Because now it's a lot harder for me to actually go into S17 Q18 because I have to fix this first somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
So you might get more. So let's say I play here, and now you fix, and my 4 white stones are looking weird.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
If I go out, you get to grow the center. So that would be good for you.
Yes, yeah. Which, again, is also helping to reduce your left side, I think. Some.
And what the guy in chat said, when you cut here, look how many stones you have invested in this 0.
Yeah, very, very heavy. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Then you took. And now comes the hard.
So let's say we were in this position, which I shouldn't have got myself into. Is S18 appropriate, or is this should I play like O15 here? Or
We're going to look at some variations, but usually it involves a ladder
hmm.
that I have right now.
Ah,
So I think the proper move would be to play here.
S18 is a scam. Okay, yeah, all right.
And if you play here, once again, you're attacking my 4 stones, right?
Yes, yeah.
So
That was my hope that I thought was going to happen. I realized I was getting a little heavy on the middle left side, but I thought I would be able to attack those stones and be okay. But then it turned out that I was the one under attack, and so everything just went on its head, and the game just went to shit. Yeah.
Usually, black plays this one.
Okay.
And okay, after this one, what does black play?
Ugh. Probably not something as boring as Q17, right? Maybe.
Yeah, if you play Q17, you're just dead, right?
Yeah.
Like, locally,
Yeah.
that's bad.
So then, maybe I still play O15. I don't know.
Well, there is a local move that is important. Right now, it doesn't. Let's say that you had let's say you have like these 2 stones and you want to save the corner.
Okay. So it must be some kind of extension with S18, maybe like S19, something like that, or maybe R19. No.
Okay. If you play R19, I just Atari and
Yeah,
take the
just
corner
just
if you
it.
want to. So that doesn't work.
Yeah.
S19 is the correct move. The trap is people sometimes play T18.
Okay.
But now this is just deadly.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
So here you have to play S19 because now I can't really go after these 2 stones because I would have to play this move at some point and I
right.
lose a liberty.
Okay.
So here usually you play like this and
interesting.
I play Atari. You come here and white plays here.
Mm-hmm.
What now?
So I can't play P17 because I just die in a ladder. So let's see. I can't play P15 because again I just die if you cut. So I must have to run, right? I must have to play yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right? I can't think of anything else. It feels gross, but
now white can always bail out like this and trade. But that's like an odd trade. So let's say I play this one.
Okay, so I still die in a ladder if I try to cut at P17. I don't even know if you call it a ladder at that point. But so it feels like I have to run again. I have to Q14.
Yep. And now.
Oh, and it still doesn't get better.
I feel like this.
I still die if you. Oh no! So do I have to keep running? Let's see. Okay, so if I do Q13 and then you do, let's say P13 and then I go down, maybe that's okay. Okay, so I guess just hit conk your head at Q13. I have to.
Like this.
Yes, and then R13.
And now if I trade, it looks slightly better for me.
Yes.
So you can run out.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
So P18 is the usual answer here. If you want to try to live locally. And if you play like this, yes, you have to run away. There's no other way.
Interesting. Okay, so
And
then here's
now-
where you threaten to kill, and I don't realize it.
Yeah, you have to play this one.
Yes.
So, and now I have F2 whenever I want. That's not big right now, so I'll play elsewhere. So
Okay. Yes.
likely that I play like this and force you to take and,
Sure.
and go somewhere else.
Mhm.
But okay, you played some more moves. Here's when I said there was something weird.
Yes. Yeah. And I thought it was still the top right, and so you were very kind and played M3. Yeah.
No, M3 is big.
Oh, sure.
I was really struggling to find a move that was not that big.
Okay.
But
At least I think if we assume that the corner is alive like I thought it was, maybe I was correct to be looking in that area because I was also considering M3 at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
and okay. This C11 was very weird.
Okay.
It basically just said, okay, take the left.
Yes.
Because after it played this, there is no real way that you're taking these points away from me.
Yes.
If you just connect and don't play this, later you can try to reduce somehow.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe later, like B11 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. This was a weird way to make life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you play here, you're just alive. Like you have 4 in the corner, right?
Yes.
Even if white pushes and let's say that white even takes here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 4 in the corner, so
Yes.
you're alive.
It's fine. Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, here there are plenty of ways to answer this move.
Oh, a guy in chat said, "Show him the test when you played G1."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, thank you for the follow, Steel String. Appreciate it.
If black 10 is how does white kill?
Just 1 second, Sage. Let me. I have 2 windows playing something right now. Let me try to identify where that came from and close it.
No problem.
Sorry, I assume y'all in chat just heard 2 follow alerts, right? Okay, cool. Okay, yep, thank you. Continue.
Okay. What does white play here to kill the bottom left?
To kill the bottom left? Let's see. Maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. You said to kill the bottom left. I was looking at the bottom right. I'm like, I don't know. I don't see a way. That's some Don magic. Maybe you start with C1, I would imagine. But
C1?
no, B1. Why C1? Oh, B1.
Oh, okay. B1.
That seems like a key point.
Kill at B2, right?
Yes, right.
So black has to either connect.
Yeah, and then E1, right?
Or play here.
Yes. And then E1, I
Any
think.
of them, you play E1.
Yeah.
And black, just that.
Yeah. Okay. That's the move that I was concerned about. I know that's only a 4-move sequence. It was hard for me to read, but it felt like E1 was now dangerous. So that's cool.
Yeah, guy in chat is completely right. And that's why A2 is not correct, because I had all those forcing moves later. You had to come back and protect once more.
Okay, okay? I see. So G1 would not have been well, G1 would still have been a threat. If I had fixed it B2, would G1 still be a threat?
Okay,
Maybe not.
Let's do it like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now let's imagine
Now,
G1.
White plays here.
So if black ignores, and let's say white wants to kill,
Okay.
so How could white try? Could white do that? I think we run into a similar problem, right? Does black? I mean, can white play a3 first? So then black a2, and then
You mean if black
I'm saying let's say black tanuki, right? Because we're trying to.
okay.
The question I'm trying to
Okay,
answer
okay.
is G1 now a threat? You know, so yeah,
You want to play A3 or A2? You said
I think a3, right?
A3. Okay, it is.
And
Now,
then
how do you give?
e1 maybe.
Okay, Atari.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So if white plays b1, then black can just take, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Still that.
Yep.
Still that, right?
Yeah.
But,
So it's still G1 is still a threat then. Either way.
yeah, but it doesn't look uh, as bad
Yeah.
if you just now you play like this and you have you play like this and you still have the 4 in the corner.
Oh yeah, and a guy in chat makes a good point that I can respond at a3 if I want to, which is nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair point. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. All right, thank you for going through all this. That's helpful.
And here you need to reduce points somehow. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you this actually. Okay, here.
Oh yeah. Talk me through this.
There are plenty of ways to respond to this.
Yes.
This is a very tricky move. White wants to know what do you want to do. Okay. What are your options here?
Well, I would like to think that S3 is at least one option. I could be wrong. R3 feels heavy, but
okay, that's not an option.
Yeah.
Not a real one.
Okay. I suppose S5 is an option. Although that.
Okay, S5 is an option.
Yes. Maybe I could consider.
What you played is actually an option, S3.
Yes.
The follow-up was not okay.
Yeah. Maybe R5 is an option, but I wouldn't want to play it here, I don't think.
Okay. So, if white plays here, black will cut. White usually plays like this.
Okay.
And here, because I have so much strength in the top right,
yes,
I can connect.
It's interesting. It's almost inverted from, so I imagined playing S3 because I wanted to focus on the corner, but ended up losing it. And it's actually S5 that it looks like black gets the corner. That's interesting.
Yeah. And if black has strength instead of white, white will usually play a move farther away. Something like this.
Yeah, okay.
S3, I can just play here and end up in the same sequence.
Sure.
But I played
you crosscut. Yeah.
Now, if you want to save the corner, you just take the ladder.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And Atari, you can, let's say, extend. And now if I connect, I look weird, right?
Yes. I see.
And so I'm likely to play something else here. Perhaps if I want to attack your one stone, I will play something like this. But it looks a lot better to you than what did in the game, right?
Yes, yeah, of course. Yeah. I knew S2 felt weird. I don't know. Just, okay. I'm embarrassed.
Yeah,
Okay.
when extend when cut it, it's and usually a good idea. Not in this case.
Yes. Okay.
And okay, now comes what if black plays here?
Yeah, this is interesting. So
Usually,
white R3, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, usually white tenukis
Oh.
and leaves R3 for later.
Okay. Interesting. Hey, Kyle.
But
You
Sorry, I
uh,
just heard him pop in the
here
chat.
we are. No problem. We are fairly advanced. Um,
Yeah, I feel like the game is over at this point, right? I mean, well, maybe not over, but very difficult for black.
um, yeah, it is. The difference is big, but since the game is already so developed, white can just play this one right now.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
One.
how does black answer?
Um. So I would consider Q3, but that just gives the corner. I could consider S5 sounds gross. Can we consider R2 or S3 somehow?
S3 I just take, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was just wondering if maybe there's some use for Aji there. If you do that and then I play Q3, maybe I do that with more Sente than I would have otherwise. Um,
Q3 is center,
yeah, yeah.
but and it's I would say it's like the correct response here.
Uh,
And how does white make life?
I would just off the bat, I would guess R2, but
Okay.
could be wrong. Maybe there's a throw in there. This maybe feels like a shape I should know. So there's always that co response, but I don't. Do we need to do the co? So let's see. If we played T3, for example, then
T3
is life? Yeah.
is life because if let's say black plays this one, you make life here,
Uh huh.
and let's say that black plays this one,
Mhm.
then white covers first. If black plays here, life.
Yes. Mhm. Mhm.
If black plays here, white pushes and life.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask. So I can recognize. This obviously feels like a famous shape, and a guy in chat said it's a famous shape. Alex Frog said it's a famous shape. Sorry in chat if y'all hear my Facebook ringing. So let me ask. What are the conditions that make this shape so? So if we go back 2 moves, I think.
Um,
Yeah, can we go back? Yeah, okay. So here T3 makes life. Is it different if black has a stone at Q2?
very different.
Okay, okay, good. All right, so that
If
just want to make sure.
black has on here,
Now I
and you
now I
put
need the
it here,
co. Yeah. Oh, right, right,
no,
because he can connect underneath. Yeah, yeah.
then it's just that.
Yes.
And this one
Mhm.
is not co either. It's just that.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is just that. Okay, so that's so interesting then. Okay, that's a very big difference between those two. Um. Hmm.
Okay. And yeah, um, if we play here, then
Mhm.
there's something that's very important to know. Let's say that this stone is black.
Mm.
Let's say that this whole area is black.
Okay.
So white invaded the corner. Okay. At Yossi, um, do you want to play this move?
As white, do I want to play that?
Yeah.
Um.
Or when do you want to play that move?
uh, when do I want to play Q2? Uh, I don't know. It seems. I'm trying to think of how you want to answer. I mean, Q2. If I imagine Black's natural response at P2. So I was thinking Black has a nice move at Q2, right? Because I know now that that threatens to kill the corner. So if White plays Q2 and then Black plays P2, it doesn't seem threatened anymore, but maybe it is. Another way to ask it is Q2 Sente? Q2 is Sente for Black.
Is it?
Well, I mean, I think if we replace Q2 with a black stone instead of a white stone, I think that's Sente.
Yeah, if Black plays Q2,
Yes.
it is Sente.
Yeah, okay. But I think for White to play Q2, Black
When Black
blocks. Yeah,
Can White Tanuki?
So I'm trying to think of S2, and then if White S1, can Black still do that T2 and kill? It seems okay. I think White can Tanuki.
Okay. Your turn.
Well, I already know the answer then. Okay, but let's say here I play S2.
Okay.
So if I play Q4, then there's a ko. If I play, maybe it's not even a ko. I don't know. I would play T4, yeah. And then there's T2, so we have a ko there.
Yeah, that's a call.
Okay. So I should only it's I can play Q8 and Sente if Black has no ko threats.
No, not really. It's
Okay.
not Sente.
Okay.
Come back. And
Okay.
fix.
All right. Interesting.
So it's Q2 is not Sente. Is usually a somewhat bad move.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense, right? It's yeah.
And it's a mistake that's very common.
Oh yeah, that's a funny point. A guy in chat. A guy in chat is just writing down my awful quotes. Okay, cool. Yeah, makes sense. Well, I think. I mean, unless you had any other points to make, I think that's plenty, right? And
Yeah,
the game basically ends here. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. That's very helpful to review that. You like the idea of more Sente? Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, because Sente is always an opinion. Well, I guess in Yosei, Sente has an exact value, but very often it's an opinion to me. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. For y'all in chat, I hope that was helpful and useful. I'm gonna put this on the YouTube channel if you want to go and look back. And yeah, thank you so much. And just real quick, Sente is an option if numbers are an opinion. Listen. In middle game, I don't know, whatever. It's all magic to me. Sage Merlin. So you host a tournament on Sundays, right?
Yes.
Yes, and then you also offer lessons, right?
Yes. Exactly.
And primarily in Portuguese, I think, is your favorite, but you also do English.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just did an English lesson. So, and I think that was fine. It was not there was no language barrier from my perspective. So cool. I just as long as you're giving me a free teaching game, I need to at least give you a shout out to the people who are watching, right?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your
Yeah,
input.
but,
What's that?
I said that I guess that's it about the game.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you so much, and we'll be talking another time.
Sure.
Great.
Have a great stream. I will be around for a little bit more, I think.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna review some double-digit Q games real quick because a few people have asked me. So you can watch me try to give advice, and then you can grimace at the bad advice that I give.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.